If you're like me, you've probably noticed how extremely tumultuous things are right now. It seems people are kind of losing their minds. And I don't know if you're like me, if you're going through some of those kind of sensations also, where you easily get triggered, or things that you read and all of a sudden you're all worked up before you know it. It happens to all of us, some people more than others. But I wanted to talk about cosmic energies. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of resources you can look into as far as what's happening right now in the solar system, what's happening right now with the sun, and in this point in history. But needless to say, things are intensifying. People are... all of our suppressed emotions and feelings and memories are coming to the surface, whether we like it or not, whether we realize it or not, and I think that there's this coming Tuesday with the elections, with the midterms, and just everything going on politically, nationally, and worldwide. We're reaching a crescendo of some really, really intense times. So I think it's important that we continue to focus on, focus on clearing these emotions that we've had, not to try to bury them back down, not to resist them. But if you're having these emotions, we need to deal with them. The only way out is through. And I learned that, I had to learn that the hard way. I'm 3.5 years sober, so I'm in recovery, and I've had just a lot of issues in my past, depression, anxiety, addiction, and I finally had to address those issues because I've spent a lifetime suppressing things and pushing them down, only until I realized that I had to push through them is when I finally started to see some progress. So I think that's important. And it's going to help us to evolve consciously. It's going to help us to become our true selves, our natural selves. And this is where, again, I'm going to toot the mindfulness horn. This is where the one big principle in meditation, mindfulness, is that when you're having these feelings, you don't fight them, you don't resist them, because it only makes them more intense. You notice them, and you go through them, and you deal with them. What makes it different is that you start to realize that these feelings, these emotions, are not necessarily you. They don't make you what you truly are. There's something that your three-dimensional self, your human vessel, your psyche is dealing with. But who you truly are is something so much bigger, something so much more timeless. And so when you learn how to disassociate the ego from the true beingness, from the true self, that's when you learn how to deal with these issues without them driving you crazy. And the one thing that I realized is, when I was going through recovery, the first year of sobriety, I've been to so many meetings, so many. I did a 90 meetings in 90 days. And one thing I'd noticed among some people, I don't want to judge, but one thing of my critique is I've noticed that a lot of people in recovery just keep their focus on what they can't have. They keep their focus on, just another day of not doing this, just another day of not having a drink, where all that energy is focused on that thing, still that thing they can't have. And so I think that it's really important. What helped me in recovery was you focus on the life that you want to manifest. You focus on the life of clarity, of sobriety, of conscious awakening. You keep your intention on that. I've heard the saying, where your attention goes, energy flows. And it couldn't be more true. And it's something that I've learned firsthand in my life. And I think that applies today with all of us going through navigating these really, really complex times. It's keeping our focus on living through the heart, keeping our focus on service to others, keeping our focus on that, and not letting our egos and our emotions take hold of us and pull us down. I think that it's important to have a balance between activity of the mind, which is research, which is, thinking about concepts and knowledge. It's really enjoyable. I love it. I thrive on that. But if you don't have that balance in the heart, then you're just kind of, flapping in the wind. If you have no knowledge and all wisdom, then you're just a bird with one wing, flapping, going in circles. But if you have knowledge and wisdom equally balanced, then you can fly. Then you can go, and you can go where you want and navigate where you want. So I think that's extremely important. It's weird for me to share these videos, to actually do this, but I'm taking that plunge, because I just have a lot of things I want to share, and I just kind of feel led to do it. I don't like to see myself on camera, be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, comment. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know your thoughts, because I think this is a dialogue between myself and everybody else. We all need to dialogue and communicate. We all need to figure out how to bridge these gaps between us. We need to figure out how to see each other as other aspects of ourself and not separated through ego, because we're all one. All the people we disagree with are just other versions of us going through this experience. And once you start to see that, it puts things in perspective. Yep. That's about it. And I will talk to you guys next time. Be well.